Okay, we're back. Final live stream of the day. Gonna stop for the night in Dodge City, Kansas. Wanted to make it to New Mexico, but there's not gonna be enough daylight for that. Currently 5:08 p.m. I was gonna keep the stream going. I didn't end it on purpose, but apparently this whole entire time while we've been running, and I've had air conditioning in the car but on low, the sunlight on the phone was just right on the threshold of being too hot, and as soon as I turned the car off and there was no more air conditioning, the cell phone shut down because of the heat, because they're afraid that if the phone gets too hot, some kind of hardware could literally cook itself to death. And so thermal protection kicked in and shut the phone off. It wasn't the battery or a signal or bad signal or anything, so somewhere here, and I think in Salina, I don't know where, I want to take a little bit of a break so that we're not driving right into the sunset. I mean, because literally, it's going to be brutal out here. So I'm gonna take a break somewhere, so where I'll be able to stay out of the sun for a bit. I just don't know where and when. Oh, I should have wrote the mileage down there. I don't know, 1985 or something. We made it approximately, give or take, 450 miles on one tank of gas. As long as we stay headed this direction, we'll be okay with the sunlight, but when we get to 56, we'll be going southwest, and being right into the sunset, I want to avoid that. I've changed the air conditioning so it's coming up the windshield from the defrost vents. So hopefully we won't overheat again. Big Rig Steve has that issue. He's got to turn on that defrost vent and cool his phones down. Because a few times each summer that will happen to him. He'll even when the truck's running, sometimes the phone will overheat and the phone will shut down, and you'll get a live stream that will end in transit because of that. Kansas forgot to put the rumble strips in this road. Wow. That's not good. What if somebody drives off the road here? Chapman, Kansas. Wild yellow wildflowers growing along the shoulder. I got that white spot to go away. Oh my gosh. What the heck do I do about this? You guys can't see anything. I can, but... Oh, Enterprise, Kansas. Forgot there was an Enterprise, Kansas. Try to fix this here. There you go, much better. So I'm 28 miles, and maybe a further 10-15 miles beyond there to the back roads. Jeep road. Wonder if that means it's just a really narrow rut in the ground that's only good for a Jeep. Because up in the Utah mountains there's road like that. It's like people think they can take their big Ford F-350s or their big Dodge Rams because they've got the big wheels with the big deep treads. And they're like, no, don't take your truck up there. It's not about your traction. It's about the road that road is too narrow. It's too little. It's a Jeep road, if not just for ATVs only. I guess a couple months ago, somebody in Colorado was handed a Darwin Award for trying to take a pickup truck up a trail, and the truck got stuck, and I think it took them quite a while before they were able to get that truck unstuck. I can't remember how they did it. They may have had to like helicopter it out, like they may have had to come and put straps on it, around it, and then put a hook on the junction at the ropes up top and pull it out on a helicopter. But needless to say, that guy paid 4 figures to get his truck unstuck from there. From whatever operation went and rescued it, and probably got fined by the state because they closed the trail until they got the truck out of there. Oh my gosh, people are just idiots. Thankfully not everybody, but there's enough people that are. Oh! Abilene, Kansas is where Dwight Eisenhower's from. That's cool, I didn't know that. "1901 Parker Carousel." That's cool. St. George has a vintage carousel. I think it's more from the 20s or the 30s, but it's pretty dang old. And also somewhere in Iowa, and I forgot exactly where, I've been on a very, very old carousel. They built a metal barn around it to make it last longer, so you gotta like go inside a barn to ride it. You can't see the outside, but it's still fun, you know. But the one in St. George is outside. It's just right in the town square. Abilene and Clay Center. Man, this sun is kind of brutal. I really want to put the sun visor down. Well, I can put it down that far. I've just got to peek under it to see the phone, because if we buffer, I have to push the button to get it to restart. And if I wait too long, you can't save it. Still, we might lose it regardless if we don't have signal on the back roads, but then I can give it a shot. Well, that was what happened in Indianapolis. I hit a buffer, and I could have brought it back, but I went too long without realizing it, that we had lost it, and I missed the window to get back on it. Mud Creek. Fair Road. Oh, this is better. Visor again. Or no, that's not corn. Or maybe it has very dark tassels, unlike the light, fluffy ones I'm used to from Iowa. Solomon wrote, Rolling Hills Super. I mean, Saline County line. I wonder why this is Saline County instead of Salina County. That's odd. And Salina, 13 miles. Solomon River, cool. Some little yellow flowers all down that field, but I don't think that was a crop. I think that's just something that grew there after they harvested it. Yeah, we're on very fertile ground now. There are all kinds of fields out here, but mostly everything's been harvested. Oh, maybe we'll get some cloud cover, put us in the shade. That'll be nice this time of the evening. Looks like we missed sunflower season. I mean, I really kind of knew that was the case, but I was crossing fingers. Maybe somewhere here and there would be a lazy farmer that would harvest late, but looks like they've got them all. They've got them all taken care of for this year. We'll have to plan a sunflower hunt in September next year to go look for them. Actually, I could have two options because you can also grow sunflowers in Central Valley in California, but they're a lot more isolated because you've got so many other fruits and vegetables that are going to be growing out there. But yeah, the Central Valley, if you love crops and farmlands, Central Valley is a great place to go driving around. It's literally the fruit bowl of America. And the Imperial Valley, east of San Diego, a lot of fruits and vegetables grow down there too. Webster Conference Center. Saline River. Ohio Street. Smoky Hill Museum, Salina Art Center. Lost the cloud cover. I-135 and US-81. I-81 northbound, that'll take you to York, Nebraska. Home of the little stubby water tower that looks like a hot air balloon. And 135, that obviously will go to Wichita. Kansas State Polytechnic. Cool. Concordia, Kansas. It's a nice name. time we've seen that. Seasonal snow closures. whole thing for 50 feet is the driveway. Oh. I think I get it now. I get why 5 Hour Energy, the little teeny tiny bottles, are so popular in gas stations. Is because coffee makes you pee like a mother. 5 Hour Energy don't. But then how do you hit that sweet spot where you drink enough, you drink less than enough water so that you don't have to pee all the time, but yet drink enough that you won't get a headache? And I suppose every person's a little bit different. I, for one, am very susceptible to dehydration headaches, and so that's why I had a bottle of orange juice, a bottle of water, and a large cup of coffee. Those are the 3 servings of liquid I've had today, and obviously it happened to have had some effects. But if I don't drink enough, I get some throbbing, pounding headaches. So apparently Highway 56 has been south of here all along, so good thing I looked at the map. So we have to look for Kansas Highway 156 and take that down to US-56. Prescott, Kansas. Cool. Joe Bob Outfitters. That guy's got 2 first names. Working on these bridges. Oh, that was an easy one. Lincoln County line. Final piece of concrete, except for one in Albuquerque. So from here to St. George, Utah, this is our second to last concrete surface, because there is no concrete on the back roads, I don't think. I'll be really surprised if there are. And then I-40 has a stretch of concrete through Albuquerque, and that's it. Concrete does not work in the desert southwest in the extreme heat, because the extreme heat will literally blow it up. Because concrete is very rigid. It cannot flex like even a little bit. Unlike asphalt, which has a little bit of give to it. So because the concrete slabs expand in the extreme heat, the pressure will build at the joints, and then at whatever joint is the weakest, the concrete will fold upwards into a tent shape. And I've seen that happen on our concrete sidewalks in town. So asphalt is really your only option in the deserts of Southwest America. Oh look, Windmill Farm. These slabs are quarter slabs, meaning that for 2 lanes there's 4 slabs, so they're like 10 feet by 10 feet instead of 20 by 20, or whatever half of the lane's width is. I don't know why they make them tiny like this. Oh gosh, that sun. I'm hoping when we get on this back road, it'll be to the right. May get some cloud cover. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I would really enjoy some cloud cover. "96 miles to the next rest area? Why do they make them so far apart?" Oh, this is our exit. Okay. Say goodbye to I-70, everybody. Oh, we're on I-70 for quite a ways. Where did we pick this up? Oh yeah, Columbus. From Columbus, Ohio to Ellsworth, Kansas. If it weren't for the luggage in the back, I'd pull hills in Colorado, but okay, get ready for some back roads driving. Fort Harker Museum, 6 miles east. Canopolis, and Great Bend ahead. 47 miles to Great Bend. I'm surprised that, given that they put in the effort to put shoulder rumble strips down, they actually did not give you a centerline rumble strip. Because I've seen that on a lot of back roads out west, Utah and Welcome to Ellsworth. Kind of went around Ellsworth a little bit. It's interesting how those decisions are made, how some towns the 2-lane road goes around it, and other towns they go through downtown. Somebody got pulled over. Gust of wind. There's a truck down there. It's on all four wheels, but it's, I don't know if he drove off the road and that's why he's there, or he's just chilling after he let his customer go. Well, probably he's there because that truck on the ground just barely went off the road. I didn't see any tire tracks. Of course, I looked right at the vehicle, not behind it. It was interesting. Oh, he went for it. Oh, it's another Dodge Charger. Yeah, I put my window down in case I knew he wanted to pass me, but sometimes they can't tell, you know, if they're clear, especially big trucks. So. Well, the sun wasn't too bad for me. Ooh, skunky. Ooh. Not very strong though. As long as it's not strong, there's worse things I would hate to smell more than I would hate to smell skunk. It's not like nice, but unless it's like just really powerful and you're like right up on it, like, you know, I don't mind like a little waft here and there. There's an oil derrick, or as my mom likes to call them, Becky birds. because they look like the little bird water bopper toys from the 1940s. I smell it, actually. I smell a little whiff of oil for a moment. But yeah, I guess we're on the northern edge of oil country. Southeastern Utah has some oil fields, and some patches of the Central Valley, they have a lot of oil derricks going. Holyrood, 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 Kansas. Great Bend, 24 miles to Great Bend and 22 miles to US-56. When we get on 56, it'll give me a mileage to Dodge City. We'll figure out how many more miles we have for the day. If I can get up early enough, and it depends on when they open, maybe I'll go see Fort Dodge. Oh wow, the sun is really huge. Only place where the earth is flat enough that you can get those really big balls. But the phone camera is so light sensitive, it's not picking up the edge between the actual sun and the clouds. And the thing of it is because it's the same amount of light diffused over a much larger circle, I can look at it without it hurting. I mean, it's still bright. I mean, it's like looking at a really bright light bulb. But and the closer it gets to the horizon, the more comfortable it'll become to look at. Boy, you can really see that bug splat. Before it was kind of not so noticeable. And that thing is really stuck on there. I mean, I tried 5 or 6 times to wash it off with the wipers, and it just didn't work. I should have scrubbed it off with my Formula 409 at that last pit stop. Oh well. I'll get it scrubbed off tonight. We'll start with a clean windshield tomorrow morning. Thankfully, it didn't cover the camera lens directly, or else I would have had to stop ASAP and scrub it. Now there's an incoming cloud covering the lower half of it. There's a cloud in front, and then clouds above, but then apart from the sun, you can't see the distinction between the two layers of clouds. It's kind of cool. I may not quite get to finish the sunset. Or maybe, it depends on how thin these clouds are. It's glowing through the clouds, but can't see it directly anymore. Well, we're holding signal okay. We were buffering earlier, but we're good now. Barton County. Oh, here we've got a center buzzer. And somewhere in the state of Kansas they have an asphalt rumble strip maker, but they use the concrete one for the shoulder. A little old barn off to the right. Claflin, next exit. Oh look, a Super 2. We dropped signal the last time we saw a Super 2. I pointed it out and nobody heard me except me, myself, and I. Wow, sunset, but it's 80 degrees out here. This is the warmest it's been all day. 15 more miles to US Highway 56. Nice little old barn far off to the right, to the left, I mean, but didn't show up on camera. That's cool. A little red glow. Thin clouds out there. That's unique. Unique image. Oh, a little windmill out there. Showed up, but that's cool. Another cluster of those little red shrubs. Cows out there. You know, we come all this way, and not once today or yesterday did we really get assaulted with a bovine bog. Especially Kansas, because like a lot of beef comes from Kansas. I don't know like what fraction of America's beef comes from this one state, but it's a good chunk of it. But that can only... Oh, there's a slight whiff of the ones we're passing, but it's ignorable. That's like a 1 out of 10 on the bovine scale, and it's already gone. Cheyenne Bottoms. Cuivre a refuge. Cheyenne Bottoms. There's a sign to the left and a sign to the right. What's up with that? Hey, you better get your headlights on, mister. You do not want to be unlit on a two-lane road. You're just asking for an accident. Because if somebody going the other way tries to pass and they don't know you there, somebody's going to die tonight. That is not okay. Not that there would be a lot of passing. This is a pretty empty road. It might get busier on 56 because 56 is more of a truck route. Okay, I see Highway 56. Nobody's coming. Okay, Great Bend here, and Larned, 26 miles. Where's the speed limit sign at? Yeah, I guess I'll go 65 until we get to town. There's no place like Liberal. Yep, I was right. Liberal, Kansas. That's where Dorothy's from. Historical marker. My grandma Iowa used to call them hysterical markers. Oh, concrete. Didn't expect that. Kind of old. Ooh, there's a little motor court there. Fry Street. Frey. Oh wow. There's a tall building up there. Now, for Great Plains standards, that is a skyscraper. I don't think I can look long enough to count the floors, but I don't know, it's 10 at least. Well, if this light's red long enough, I can count the stories. Ah, shoot, it figures. The one time I want a red light and it goes green on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know, maybe 12. But I can't look long enough. This is a nice little town. Oh, little shifty here. Get in the zone, auto zone. Boy, I need some new neon on that sign. Multiple little strips went out. And a Dollar General. Washington Street, cool. That's where I'm from in Utah, Washington County, Utah. And there is a Washington City, Utah too, but it's too small. It's not the county seat. St. George is. Freddy's is from Kansas, but I think they started in Wichita, Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. And there is a Freddy's in St. George or Washington. I can't remember. It's like right in the middle between St. George and Washington. Nice little town here. Kind of a big town. And they got a Walmart here. Grant Street. Chosen Walk. McKinley Street. Oh, there's a moth on that truck next to me. I'm gonna be in a rude awakening. Actually. Oh, snap! The moth is in the truck. Oh. Doesn't that bother the driver though? I guess when he's had enough, he'll put his window down and hopes he gets sucked out. two Dollar Generals in this town. This is a long town. I'm surprised there's not a bypass route by now. And K-156 continues. Oh cool, he used a guardrail to make a fence. Wonder how you buy guardrail from the state for such a use. Oh, shoot. I'm not on 56 anymore. I was wondering... See, I never saw a US-56 sign where I was supposed to turn. I kept wondering why I saw that green sign said 256, but... Let's see here. Where the great Scott was the sign at? I never saw it. I'm glad I looked at what that was. Oh, great. Wonderful, the seat just ate my other phone. Sam, heck. That is bullcrap. Like, why? Why was there no sign? Or if there was, how come I couldn't see it anywhere? Bullcrap. See, I just take it for granted. I take those US route shields for granted, absolutely. If there's one posted up, I will see it. So I assume that it went missing, or something was blocking it, or... honest to John. I just want to keep rolling. Like, half of me really wants to go back and look for the sign that I missed, because I'm that kind of an analytical person. Like, when I make a mistake, I want to analyze it. I want to find out why and how and learn the lesson and absorb the moral. But at this time of the night, I just don't give a damn. I'll look at it on Street View when I'm at home on my laptop, if I don't forget about it between now and then. I see 56 up ahead though. All I can say is it must have been one of those traffic lights. I hope it'll last. If we lose the stream after dark, there's no point in bringing it back. It'll just be a truncated stream if that happens. So, fair warning. And we are going to go through a stretch of New Mexico that will not have signal. I can't even see the green line on Google Maps. It's that desolate. So I'll do a hard recording of that stretch between the New Mexico state line and Dundee. Speed limit 65? Oh, it's unincorporated. Dundee. The Dundee Award. Oh, that's kind of a sharp turn for, I think they should, if you ask my opinion, they should lower the speed limit. It should be 55 for like 1 mile, and then here should be the 65, but yeah, if I was the state, I would give 1 mile at 55 speed limit. That's just me though, because you've still got a few dwellings that need to pull out to the road, and you've got that curve, so. Gosh, though, how did I miss a big highway shield? I was just enjoying the town, I guess. I wonder how many miles it is to Dodge City. Now, because it's night and because of the headlights, I am going to bear to the right a bit. Especially with this wide shoulder, like, it is no sweat to me if I cross the white line a little bit. Just as long as we don't cross the danger line, that's all I ask. You know, now that I think of it, I did see a bunch of numbers, but I may have just not looked long enough to see that there were arrows under it, because a lot of towns, they'll just have the numbers period, not as a directional sign, but just to tell you what you're on. So it's very possible I could have seen the numbers, but not registered the directional arrows by mistaking them for a reassurance shield, not a directional sign. There's always that too. well, I'm not mad about it. It's just because I'm leaving the question unanswered, which takes a lot of mental discipline to be okay with that. Like, I don't get, like, mad at myself for my mistakes per se, but I just really like to research them just, you know, to reduce the likelihood that, you know, that I'll happen again. Because if they happen again, then I get mad the second time. It's kind of like the fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. That's what it's like. I make a mistake. No, I make the same mistake twice, shame on me. You know, because I should have learned my lesson the first time. I think this would be Larned. Now, when we get to the other side of town, please tell me how many miles to Dodge City. Oh wow, that old place. Fresh asphalt here. They did this a couple seasons back. Nope, 33 miles to Kinsley. Whatever that is, whatever town that is, Kinsley. And Pawnee County. Oh, they got a good fresh buzzer on this road. You cross the danger line, you'll know it. Ooh, that was a strong gust. Like, I actually felt that affect the car. If that had been a sideways gust at that speed would kind of move you, but like, wow, it's like we slammed into a wall of wind there. I wonder what a wall of wind like that would be like if I'm on a motorcycle. Oh, and I see the moon. I don't know, is tonight the half moon or was last night the half moon? Because both nights, tonight and last night, the line wasn't completely straight. It was just the slightest concave, not perfectly straight, and tonight, just the slightest convex, not perfectly straight. But 2 weeks from now will be the full moon. When I was younger, I used to like to take hikes in the full moon, but I guess that was when I didn't have a job. I keep meaning to take moonlight walks, but I keep forgetting. I really like my beauty rest. On a night when I'm lucky and my dreams are really weird and vivid, I enjoy that. The other night I dreamed I was romping through sunflower fields, which I guess makes up for being through here too late. I cannot get to the other side. I'm just going to slow down a little bit. There's a trucker. still 77 degrees out here. It's a warm evening for October. Tomorrow we'll probably get up into the mid to high 80s, being that we'll be pretty much all desert driving, but hopefully we get signal in the Sandia Mountains of New Mexico on I-25. If you ever looked at New Mexico and see I-25 take a big S shape through the state, well, tomorrow we'll find out why it does that. Because basically they built the road through valleys instead of going up and down a big steep hill. Sandia or Sandia? I don't know. Probably Sandia, because it's not like S-A-N space word, you know? The Sandia Mountains. Because that's a stretch I've hardly ever seen. Like, I've been through it once, but I think I've really only seen it once on truck streams. Like, bigger travels don't go there, like, ever. I-25 in general, like, it's busy. Like, from Cheyenne to Denver is a lot of trucks. But I-25 through New Mexico, not a lot of trucks go that way. Surprisingly, and my dad is a trucker who confirms this, Denver and El Paso do not exchange very much commerce. I don't know why they don't, as large as they both are, but seldom do you see trucks between Denver and El Paso, and then north of Cheyenne, truck traffic's almost non-existent, because again, there's nothing out there. 25 just goes up to Sheridan, which is really the only town up there, and Casper, and it just goes to I-90. So 25 is despite being an interstate, it's a road less traveled. Larned city limit. Oh, whoa! There's a blue street lamp. Another blue street lamp. What's up with these? Kind of cool. Oh, an abandoned Dollar General, but every light is on, but not only is it out of business, they don't even have shelves. Like, it's just a massive empty room with every light on. I don't know why they don't just have, like, just some lights on, like security lights, you know, but lit up like it's open. Because if a few lights were... Oh, I seen... Oh, I gotta let this car behind me or I would have cut him off. Okay, so I've seen this one. Jetmore, okay. I kind of know where Jetmore is at. That's... highway... is it 281? But anyway, Jetmore, a lot of trucks go through there from Denver to Dodge City. I guess this is essentially a stop sign. More blue streetlights. Cool, but, you know, a little bit eerie. Wow, that really pops on camera. Outstanding blue color. That is electric. Want to hop out and have a disco party in the street after midnight? It's currently, man, it is only 7:30 and 25 would help. Why are we doing 20? Oh, look at the old buildings. There's the post office. Oh, there's... Wow. I'd love to play in this little town. Wow, they got more of an old Main Street than Great Bend did. Great Bend was more modernized, but yeah, this is good old Main Street from the roaring 20s here. Oh, red light. Boy, I almost missed that because it's not overhead. Wow, I would have liked to have come here in the daylight. Oh, there's a police station right in the middle of town. Little train station there. Oh shoot. I saw the sign, but it was too late to turn. Oh, here's an old badonkadonk road. So there is a little bit of surprise concrete, but it's city concrete, not highway concrete. Pawnee River. Boy, they got enough railroad tracks in this town? I think it's the same one. I think we just kept crisscrossing it. More fresh asphalt that was done this spring. But they don't give you a wide shoulder on this stretch. But we got 3 buzzers on the road. This one has intermittent gaps, just like Utah. And I like seeing it because it's kind of like the reverse rumble strip of the old days, where the gaps in the rumble strips are roughly the same interval as the little rectangle strips on concrete roads, which we've driven past some of those today. Yeah, if they're going to have rumble strips, they need more shoulder, because by the time you hear it, you're already in the dirt. Yeah, that was a white line car. What do I mean by that? I mean that when a headlight is really distracting, I just put my eyes down on the white line until I pass it. Oh, I just bumped the brake a little bit. Hardly tell a difference on the camera, but oh no, there you go. It makes it look like the signs themselves are lights, but they're not. Garfield. Meow. That's awesome. I mean, it's probably named after President Garfield, but still, you know. Oh, look at the gazebo over there with the lights. Wow. I almost wanted to stop and just take a break there. My gosh, barely a spot on the map. Kinsley, 13 miles. Now you can't give us a... What is with not having a mileage sign to Dodge City? I can't now. The seat ate my other... I'll tell you what, with black asphalt and fresh lines, I really do not even need my high beams. yeah, it really doesn't make much of a difference. The low beams are really dang bright all on its own. Heck, maybe I am a white line car for the other drivers. Because to me, it looks like it's not really that the light gets brighter, it just goes higher. Huh. I'll tell you what, my old headlights are dim as frick. Like, I really was considering replacing them. And now I have to replace them because the dang wires are loose. No, I'm not kidding. Every time I start my old car at night, I have to pop the hood open and wiggle the wires and hope that they don't shut off while I'm driving. So I had some money set aside I was going to buy new headlights with. So I don't know. I'm debating to keep it or sell it, but obviously I'm going to show that to them. I got to pop the hood open and say, hey buyer, your light bulbs aren't burned out. The wires are going bad. Watch, I have to wiggle the wires to get them to come on, so you will need to know that you need to buy new headlights. Here's 183. 183. That'll take you back to Jetmore. La Crosse. No, it won't. La Crosse. I'm not familiar with that town. Seven miles to Kinsley. Edwards County. Skunk. A little bit potent too. Thankfully, my whole life I've been somebody who never like outright hated the smell of skunk. To me, my whole life has just been the most mildest of annoyances. It's gone already. Coon Creek. We're at 160 miles before we cross into the Oklahoma Panhandle. Dang, does that mean I got about 100 to Dodge City? Is that why we're not getting a mileage? Is because we're just too far from it? Doggone it. Damn it. It's leaking. Holy smokes. I'm gonna go in and buy a Gatorade. I am gonna have to see a urologist. No, literally, I'm not kidding. This is not normal for me. I never had this problem where I can't hold it for, a length of time. I'm concerned about this, you guys. Why can't... Because that time I had to change my pants. I just changed into my dirty pants from yesterday, but oh my gosh, that went down my leg a little bit. Where's my 409? I'm gonna bring my 409. Oh, and I gotta get my phone out from under the seat too. Doggone it. Why on earth is my bladder going bad at age 29? Oh, great. Oops. Okay, got my phone. I want to go get a Gatorade. Okay, ready to go. So, apparently, because of road construction, they took down mileage signs that were more descriptive because of detours and things, but the cashier says we're maybe 40, maybe 45 miles out from Dodge City. So we will make the trip. I was considering coming up short and just going to the next motel, but if we're only 40 to 45 miles, maybe 50 at the most, we'll push on and we'll go a little later than we meant to, but actually, I have a very good friend of mine, but he's 15 years older than I am. But he would understand when I tell him what's wrong with me. So I can ask him who his urologist is. I mean, it wouldn't be an issue like normally, like when I'm around bathrooms. It's not like I'm incontinent. I'm not going without warning. It's just that I'm only getting maybe 15 to 20 minutes max warning time. You know, in my youth, I've been able to hold it for a whole hour just fine. And all of a sudden, I'm like down to 20 minutes. And this seat is so deep that that literally the contour of the seat makes it impossible to do truck driver style. Truck drivers will learn how to hold a bottle between their legs, but because this seat goes to my kneecaps, that would be virtually impossible to learn how to do in the car. So like, what do I do, you know? Oh, there's Dodge City. Okay, finally the first indicator for Dodge City. Now we're going concurrent with Highway 50. Detour south 183 to the right. And that don't make sense, because if we're going west, south would be on the left, and I'm gonna let this car pass just to be safe. He looked far away, but you can't tell at night. Now we got two more. Oh, it's 33 miles. Okay, so the cashier was over her estimate. Well, there you go. That ain't bad. Well, that means Dodge City is farther from Oklahoma than I had estimated. We are going to go through about 35 mile stretch of Oklahoma Panhandle tomorrow. And then we'll cross from Oklahoma into New Mexico, literally you could throw a rock into the extreme northwest corner of Texas. In fact, I think, because I mean, you're going straight southwest, and you look off to the left side of the road and you see two fences going diagonally, one due south and one due west. That is the corner of Texas on this road. It virtually touches this road, but you go directly from Oklahoma to New Mexico. And we got your interstate high voltage power lines up ahead. I guess they put the lights on it so crop dusters don't hit them. I don't know why you would dust crops at night, but yeah, I'm gonna have to ask my friend, hey buddy, do you know who your urologist is? I have a problem. And yeah, I'm a little embarrassed about it, but why keep it a secret, you know? Maybe there's other people who feel way worse about this than I do, and now they know they're not alone, you know? It sucks, but I mean, it's not going to affect me at home or at work because I'll be able to go. It's just that when I've been used to holding it for a long time and now I can only go for half the time, it's just kind of odd, but I wonder if they make water retention pills. It makes sense because some elderly people don't struggle with incontinence, they struggle with their bodies holding too much water and it's going to their legs and swelling their calves and their ankles, and they have to take pills to make them pee more. So in this day and age, maybe somebody's made a medicine that does the opposite, where it makes your water go elsewhere. But I highly, highly doubt that if they existed, they would be over the counter. There again, I can almost promise you those would have to be authorized by a licensed urologist. But, yeah. But unless I can get this figured out, that pretty much puts the kibosh on me being a truck driver. Because I either I don't drink until late in the day and then I drink like a lot, but then I'm interrupting my sleep to pee at night, or I find water retention pills, if that's a thing, or I don't do it. I mean, I wasn't planning to be a truck driver at this stage in my life. I wanted to have a wife and kids, but I wanted to be a truck driver after my kids, you know, moved out and got their own home, you know. or even if I do have a family, it's a great way to make money if you get a regional, you know. I can do like I live in Utah, so I could like do, you know, I could go up and down I-15. I could, you know, haul loads, you know, to Southern California and to Salt Lake, and that's it, and be home every 4 or 5, only be out for 4 or 5 days. That wouldn't be so bad compared to 48 states and being gone for 4 weeks at a time. Another option would be to work for a moving company where I would be based in St. George and I could go anywhere around the country, but then come back to St. George and only just do one dispatch at a time. That'd be a way to see the country, but be home frequently. But I won't be a 48 state long hauler until my kids have gone. Unless I decide not to have children, but gosh, my dad was so good to me, I can't help but want to be a good father myself. I want it. And especially a wife. I'm a very romantic person. I have always had romantic affections for girls. Literally since kindergarten, I was chasing fellow kindergarten girls around the playground. My first crush was a black-haired girl named Melissa, because she looked like Mara Wilson from Matilda. Similar name, similar face. And I liked that movie Matilda so much that knowing somebody that kind of reminded me of the girl. And yeah, I've just been romantically attracted to girls my whole life. But, you know, I've been a lifelong Jesus worshiping Christian, so I've never been sexually attracted to women. In fact, I'll just go right out and say it. I'm a virgin. I am. That's 29-year-old virgin, and it's not because slutty girls turn me down. It's because I've learned how to tell, and I don't approach slutty girls, period. And I've never bonded close enough to a woman that she's like, yeah, I want to be your wife, but I'm celibate until marriage. You know, that's kind of a rare thing in our culture, sadly, and even some Christians, so-called Christians, aren't celibate until marriage. But no, I think that there's just too much, you know, too much can go wrong if you're not committed to following through for the long haul. You know, and I think it's so sad that men will treat women like objects. They will have to answer to Jesus for that. You know? But yeah, my whole life I've just, you know, from my heart, honestly, in a wholesome way, I've loved females my whole life, but just haven't found one that can stand me yet. But I've been working on myself mentally and, you know, emotionally, and I'm definitely going to try my best. And I think I found the answer. I have to find somebody who's on the spectrum like I am. Women on the spectrum kind of fly under the radar because there's fewer spectrum women than there are men, and they're more subtle, you know. But, you know, if I find a woman who feels about her mentality the same way I feel about my mentality, then we can understand one another. And if we're willing to put in the work to hang on through rough days, we'll be able to make it. I just have to find somebody who feels about herself the way that I do, who is frustrated with herself, but loves herself in spite of her frustration. Because that's how I feel. Some days, I can tick myself off so much, but I never stop loving myself because I always know that my heart is good. I have good intentions for people. I love God, and I'm grateful for what I have, and God's given me many blessings for my life. So much to thank God for. So I don't struggle with self-esteem at all. I have high self-esteem. Sometimes, if anything, it's trying to, kind of make sure my self-esteem don't get too close to the sun, because, there have been periods in my life where I've had to look in the mirror and, take a battle up with my ego and try to humble myself. A lot of people don't do that. They don't see their pride, but I try to look for it. Every once in a while, some experiences will happen to me that will give me, a little reminder, a little slap on the wrist, so to speak. And I try to learn from that, and I try to see how I can improve as a person. And, if we had more people that were like that, maybe our cities and our country wouldn't be so messed up. But I think our country's not particularly headed in a good direction, and I worry about the future a little bit. There have been times when I kind of thought I didn't want to have a family, because what's the point, Especially during COVID, when COVID first broke out, I was like, nope, it's me, myself, and I, solo ride until I die. But as my spirituality is growing, I've changed my mind. Because even if I have a family, but our time gets cut short, whatever soul or souls God is going to put into my children's bodies, and whoever I'm going to marry, I don't have to worry about getting cut short if I'm focused on eternity, because God will join me to the souls of my children anyway. So I want to have a family, for eternity, so that's why I'm going to attempt it. And if I don't succeed, at least Jesus will know that I tried. Jesus will still know what I've been willing to do and what I've attempted to do, and it'll make a difference. Like when I fell in love this past winter, I fell in love. It was the wrong person, but the intent and the effort I was willing to do was something I never knew could come from myself. And even though that woman wasn't the right one, I showed something to God. God learned something about me that he wouldn't have learned if I'd have never met that woman. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again with the woman I'm in love with currently. I don't think this is very likely either, but from what I've learned in the past, this is at least somebody that is much more closer to, an example of somebody I should look for. I hate to admit that I'm one of those people, but, and women do it too. A lot of women will do it. They look for somebody that they can build up, a project. Why? Because that feeds your ego. If somebody can take a person and make their life better and turn the other person into a better human, they feel good about themselves, They feel like they're doing a favor for God, because you're cleaning a soul, you're making a person good, you're bringing them to Jesus for the first time in their life. But unfortunately, it almost never works out. Like, that's not to say that there aren't partners who have converted their partners to Christianity. There are all kinds of conversion stories. But compared to all the people in this world, those conversion stories are 1 in 100. And that woman from last winter just wasn't that special 100th woman. The one I'm in love with now is a Christian. But for what she's been through in the past, I expect that she does, and she should have really high standards. And so if this woman is even earnable, I got my work cut out to earn this one. But I haven't gotten psychologically attached to her the way I did the last one. You know, if I'm rejected, yeah, I won't like it. It will hurt. But it's going to hurt, you know, nominally. It's not going to be that, you know, it's not going to be devastating like it was last year. Because last year I kind of, you know, got too carried away with my emotions. This time I'm being practical. So when I try again, it's not about winning. It's about playing the game correctly. And if I do lose with honor and walk away with a gentleman's stance. That's what it's about. So, yeah, I think, you know, if it doesn't work out, I'm still going to be proud of myself for trying, because at a minimum, I know that I didn't break myself, because I hurt so bad for 3 months. I didn't know if I would love again. I didn't know if I would want to try again. Now I know. I've already got that moral victory in my life secured, that yes, I can love again, and I want to try again, and no rejection that may come in the future will ever hurt like the past. Like that pain that I went through, I can promise you 100%, pain that severe is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It will not happen again. Maybe divorce, but you know, I'm gonna date this woman. If this woman will stand to date me, you know, I'm not gonna go and get a ring like come, you know, Memorial Day. You know, I'm gonna like play the long game, and gonna, before we get too emotionally attached to each other, me and her, if we're willing to talk, we're going to cut into some deep questions. We're going to cover deep territory that people don't like to talk about. But you need to talk about things like that sooner rather than later. You've got to find out as best you can just how compatible or incompatible you really are before you get emotionally invested. Because that was not what happened to this woman. Earlier this year, she canceled her wedding. And that's a double-edged sword for me, because it means that I can't start anything right now. She needs time to heal. She's not ready for a relationship yet. So she may just be out of reach for a long time, longer than I'm willing to wait. But on the other hand, that gives me time to keep working on myself before I, you know, put my project together and reveal everything about who I am and who I'm capable of being. I can just kind of chill for a while. And, you know, I don't think I'm going to really put effort into it until after New Year's. After New Year's, I'm going to just open myself up. You know, I'm going to prove some things, and I'm going to really show my value as best as it can be, and that's my one shot. If she's going to reject me, and she might, she will know very thoroughly exactly who and what kind of a man she is rejecting. She won't be rejecting me blindly. She will have a very good knowledge of all the good things about me and all the bad and ugly things. Like, I'm going to be brutally honest in a way that maybe only 1% of men will be. Because I don't want her to go too far and then have her lose again. That hurt her pretty bad the first time, and it's going to hurt her so much worse if it happens again. So we're gonna work before we play. It's not gonna just be a bunch of lollygagging, laughing around Disneyland dates. Like, we're gonna have to have serious talks, and if we can find out the right things, then we play. So that way, if it's not meant to be, we lose each other without losing ourselves. Or if we do go serious, we'll be very confident that we're not making a mistake. And I think if we all really think about it, I think we all would realize that there would be a lot less broken relationships if people did the work before they just played around trying to get that emotional high with one another. And this quickness to have sex is a big part of it, you know? The price to take my virginity is to commit to me and prove that you're going to commit to me. I don't want to get sexually involved with somebody only for them to just become somebody that I used to know. So many women in this country regret the first man that they had sex with. They do. And it's a pain that only the individual can understand. Us men, we'll never know how bad that hurts them. We won't know what they're going through. They're not going to tell us about that. They're not going to open up. That's a secret. But you best believe there are women this nation over. Oh, cool, we came back. And I think I finished my talking in the nick of time, too. I was silent when we buffered, but we're almost to Dodge City. I really hope we can finish the stream now. Oh, right, Kansas. Boy, it's still 70 degrees out here. .283. That's the road that goes through Jetmore. Miles to Dodge City. trucks follow marked route. Yeah, there's several roads in this area. There's more than one route through it. Dodge City Community College. Supposed to turn there? No, I wasn't. Dodge City, 3 miles. Okay. So technically, okay, I didn't realize this, but Dodge City's a little bit off Highway 56. So then somewhere there's another road from Dodge City that I gotta take down to return to 56 so we can go into New Mexico. And I hope there's a well-built shower at this place. I wanted to take a shower yesterday, but the enamel was coming up off of the bathtub. Like literally, like it was chipping off, and I could have cut my feet on that, so I didn't take the shower, but I sure as crap want one. I want a shower right now. My hair is greasy. I'm starting to smell myself. I feel icky. I don't normally go so long without one. I take 4 or 5 showers a week. I like being clean. Dodge City, city limit. Oh, I'll get online and I'll consider the possibility of making a trip to Fort Dodge tomorrow. There's 2 Fort Dodges. There's a Fort Dodge, Kansas, and there's a Fort Dodge, Iowa, and I've been around the Fort Dodge, Iowa. It's the whole fort's still there, and a little village of historic buildings right around there. It's on the west side of town, right off the US-169. I think I've been there twice. I went there 2 different times in the visits at Grandma Iowa's house. But I'd have to go. I'll have to go up and research the history. If I research the history of both Fort Dodges and how they got founded, try to research how and why they both ended up with the same name. Holy cow! There was a disco party in that car wash. There's no car in it, but it's just flashing red, blue, and green lights. Like, why? That could be serious for somebody who has photosensitive epilepsy. I know, literally, it looks like the frickin' dance floor at a disco club. No joke. Wouldn't surprise me if they're playing dubstep over the loudspeaker. Now the only thing we got to figure out is where can we find a budget motel, but not so budgety that we have a shower and disrepair. I mean, especially considering that, oh, Best Western. See, in Effingham, I got online and I looked up motel prices. Okay, apparently I gotta come. Okay, I gotta pop onto this little frontage road here. I just looked up motels on a map and picked the Super 8 because I've always been loyal. Me and my dad and my grandma have been loyal to Super 8 for as long as I can remember, and so I was like, great, Super 8 is 61 bucks. Well, it ended up being 84 bucks, which was all right. You know, the room was good, other than the fact that the building was built in 1986 and the enamel was coming off the tub, but they're going to have to replace their bathtub. I'm going to pull under the carport and then ask how much a night it is. If I don't stay here, we'll keep the stream going a few more minutes. If it's within, but I'm trying to stay in double digits. I don't want to pay more than $100 for a room. So we'll go ask the front. Oh, there's a nice lobby in there. Ooh, looks nice in there. They have a right to charge over $100. Let's find out. Okay, on to the next one. They're asking $129 for a single bed, which I don't blame them. I mean, it's really nice in there. Obviously, I can tell with the tables that they're gonna have like a full breakfast, and and they won really good awards. Like if I was on a shorter road trip and it was like the only night I needed, that would totally be fine. But I had one last night, and I'll need one tomorrow. Especially because there's one specifically I'd like to stay at. There's a motel right on the New Mexico-Arizona state line on I-40. It's pretty historic. I might stop there tomorrow. So let's go see what we can find. You can turn right. Oh, maybe he's gonna go straight. Actually, I'm surprised that you have vertical vertical traffic lights. I thought Kansas was one of them sideways traffic light states. Because Oklahoma and Texas and Nebraska, they have your horizontal traffic lights. The roads around here. I would have thought Kansas would have gotten this free page by now, because Kansas has good roads. I guess I'm giving them an A-, not an A. Plus there was not many, but some pretty significant bumps on I-70 a while back. Well, where is the bulk of Dodge City? I see lights all around, but I don't really know where. We got a traffic light up here, but dang, I'm gonna have to try to hunt and peck for something. Oh, here's one. Oh, there's two of them here. Boot Hill Casino and Hampton Inn and Suites. Casinos are kind of hit and miss, or at least in Vegas. There's plenty of casinos in Vegas that are like, I'm sorry, you said how much? And then there's other ones that are like, oh wow, that's pretty cheap. I don't know. I might have to hit the bullet and go triple digits because I don't want to get lost around this area and whatnot. It's 9 o'clock already here. Our stream's been going almost 4 hours. So I may just take the lower of these two motels. I don't think the other one would be the cheapest of all three.
Hello, Moto. Hello, Moto.
Okay, I gotta look this up on my phone. I'd like to know what kind of bird that is making that. We don't have them in St. George. Unbelievable. I'm sitting here with my bum phone, and it is refusing to call the phone that I'm streaming from. So, regardless of where I stay, our stream is done because I need to use the good phone to find out where I'm going to save money compared to competitors. So, It's dark anyway. Wherever I start from, we'll make a drive over to Fort Dodge to see the fort as soon as it opens in the morning because it's Monday. And then we will find Main Street and we will show you downtown Dodge City in daylight tomorrow. So thank you all for hanging out with me. And apparently that casino is literally a casino. There are no rooms in that casino to stay at, which, being from Las Vegas, that is very rare. There's only a very small number of standalone casinos, and they're off and away from the touristy areas. So thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you tomorrow.